Nossumus ambierit monitores elaminum nossumus flamines.
To find the true enemy of God, we must first look into ourselves. To understand ourselves, we must dig into our faith's roots. In ancient times there were only men, but as prophets revealed themselves with teaching and miracles, we learned of God's almighty existence. To claim that someone fully knows God would be foolish, as God have only granted us 10 commandments, and have prophets speak in his name. To them spread the teachings of God unto apostles and followers. Do you know of the game where the teacher whispers a word into one of the children's ears, then are to pass it on to the next? At the final student, the word is usually so twisted that it's not even related to the original. Why is this? Mishearing, misinterpretation of the game, free will. Free will was granted to mankind, and through it we can seek our own path, or choose to be guided by God's light. But this illumination can become defiled, deformed into an illusion, the illusion of the Illuminati, the pinnacle of corruption and evil. They use God's light as a shield, while they conspire against us faithful. They value the satanic tenets, self-preservation, moral relativism, social Darwinism, and eugenics. These 4 tenets are the very evil of selfishness, temptations, God-denouncing acts of hubris. But the evil does not stop them. They intend to share their ill-doings with the rest of the world, by corrupting our very minds. As we stand confused, they will indoctrinate our children without knowing it. They will turn against us, spit in our faces, burning our very ancestral legacy. The war on religion never stopped with communism. It only took on a different form, and it lives through the monolithic group that seeks to rid our love of God from the face of the earth. Globalization is their tool, defying our natural boundaries. The dissenting voices of atheism are being raised, while the song of Christianity are being muted. Rather than allowing people to find space, common ground, they seek to pit us against each other. All groups of mankind, men, women, races, faiths, cultures, ideals, flawed, working, they offer prominent people of power, riches, and long successful careers to behold, in exchange for their sphere of influence. These prominent people are then their puppets. They will demoralize us, and they will destabilize us. And once mankind can no longer restrain themselves, a crisis will occur. Finally, they will finish us off by normalizing the world crisis. Following this, we will lose everything that we cherish. Our faiths, our cultures, our wonders, our freedoms. Our very free will itself. Today, we can see the patterns in single-file politics, the destabilization of the Middle East, the encouragement of women to murder their unborn babies via abortion. Doesn't this remind you of some evil ritual? And the clinics does not object because of money. Can you see what the Illuminati have done to us? The Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, did not possess any miraculous powers. He was bullied and ridiculed, a false prophet people claimed. As time passed, his followers spread his teachings. The House of Islam was founded, with ambitions to conquer the House of War. Nearly 2 millennia after his death, the Quran remains unchanged, for better or for worse. A testament to the Muslims' faith to Allah. After centuries of murder and loss of entire Christian regions, the Christians decided to commit to a retaliatory war, a holy crusade to battle the rising threat of Islam. Through righteous compassion and martyrs, the Christians have shown their dedication to God, but never forget the resilience of the Jews, for they have endured suffering from the very cradle of civilization. To this very day, they stand steadfast fighting for their right to have their own land, to be able to worship God in their most ancient traditions, while the world hurls defamation and destruction upon them. They will never give up their right to serve and live in Jehovah's light, a history that will echo throughout eternity. Ever since those times, we have made our laws in accordance to God's. Sadly, in the passage of time, that have changed, not for the benefit of man, but for the perverted temptations of evil, to the embrace of sin. They intend to replace our handiworks with robots, force us to devolve into lazy husks, and destroy our social infrastructures through social engineering networks. This dehumanizing process that is taking place is to ensure that we'll be incapable of resisting their dominance. Like in the prophecy of Armageddon, the minds of man will be corrupted, believing that the good traditional values are out of the purest evil, while their evil, selfish temptations are right because it is far more simpler to abide to. And their dark Messiah will ask of us to either join them or die. Sky, earth, and mountains will burn. I believe that God is beyond our own comprehension. Our lives, however, is a test. A test to determine whether we should be granted passage to heaven. I do not believe, like many others, that it is our entitlement. It has to be earned. But to get there, we can't be blind. Ignorance is a bliss. No, it is of sin. Stay vigilant and make your brothers and sisters aware of the true enemy of God that walks amongst us. If you've fallen off the path to righteousness, then seek redemption and strive to come back into the light. If we share a common tongue, then we will refer Allah, Jehovah, and God as God the Almighty. Over millennia, we have pointed our hatreds towards one another, while our enemy have laughed. Open your eyes before it's too late.